Warning: some safe exercises might be destroying your knees without you realizing it. If you're over 60 and still doing high-impact workouts, you could be on a fast track to knee replacement surgery. Yes, it's that serious. As we age, our knees go through major changes. Cartilage wears thin, joints stiffen, and recovery becomes slower. But here's the critical part. Some common exercises, especially ones seniors still trust, can accelerate this deterioration. If staying mobile and independent is important to you, you need to stop these 6 exercises immediately. Let's begin with one of the most deceptively dangerous: deep squats. 1. Deep squats, a hidden path to knee surgery. At first glance, deep squats seem like a great way to strengthen your legs. And years ago, they probably were. But for aging knees, they're one of the most destructive moves you can do. When you drop into a deep squat, your knees are pushed far beyond their natural comfort zone. This creates intense pressure on your cartilage and ligaments, structures that are no longer as strong or flexible as they used to be. Let me tell you about Robert, a 69-year-old former coach. After retirement, he wanted to stay active and started doing deep squats at his local gym. At first, it felt fine, just a little soreness after each workout. But months later, Robert was struggling to walk without pain. His doctor confirmed cartilage damage, and now he's facing the possibility of knee surgery. Sound familiar? Have you ever felt stiffness after a leg workout and brushed it off as just getting older? That's the trap. The warning signs: mild discomfort, stiffness when standing, aching knees after a walk, are easy to ignore. But the damage builds slowly. Cracks form in the cartilage, inflammation sets in, and eventually bone rubs against bone. Once that protective cushion is gone, it doesn't grow back. You're left with chronic inflammation, pain, and possibly arthritis. Many seniors try to push through the pain, but pain is not normal. It's your body crying out for help. Ask yourself, is it worth risking your mobility for an exercise that could leave you sidelined? If you're doing deep squats regularly, it's time to rethink your routine. There are better, safer ways to build leg strength, like chair squats or controlled leg lifts, that don't sacrifice your knees in the process. Once knee damage occurs, there's no going back. How much longer will your knees hold up if you keep pushing them beyond their limit? Just ask Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher who used to do deep squats in her morning routine. One day, a sharp pain sent her to the ER, and that was the beginning of a long, painful journey with physical therapy. Now she sticks to wall-supported squats and wishes she'd known sooner. Have you ever changed an exercise after it caused you pain? What was it? Think about it and get ready, because the next exercise on our list is even more common and just as risky. 2. Running on hard surfaces, a hidden threat to your joints. Running has long been praised as one of the best ways to stay in shape. It's simple, requires no fancy equipment, and gets your heart pumping. But if you're over 60, there's a hidden danger you can't afford to ignore, especially if you're running on hard surfaces like concrete or pavement. Every time your foot hits the ground, your knees absorb a tremendous shock, sometimes up to 5 times your body weight. In your younger years, your cartilage could take the hit. It was thick, flexible, and bounced back quickly. But as we age, that cushion wears down, and our knees lose their natural shock absorption. At first, the signs are subtle. Maybe your knees feel a little stiff in the morning, or you notice a dull ache after a long walk. Have stairs started to feel a bit more challenging than they used to? These small discomforts are more than just aging. They're warning signs. Your knees are under too much strain. And if you ignore them, the damage gets worse. Running on unforgiving surfaces accelerates cartilage breakdown. Once that cartilage is gone, it doesn't grow back. What follows is bone grinding against bone, causing chronic inflammation, swelling, and a sharp, persistent pain that won't go away. Let me share the story of Linda, a 66-year-old retiree who loved her morning jogs. She thought the knee stiffness was just part of getting older, until one day, her knee gave out mid-run. A loud pop, searing pain, and she couldn't put weight on her leg. The diagnosis? A torn meniscus and early-stage osteoarthritis. How about you? Have you ever experienced joint pain after jogging? Did you make a change? Her recovery took nearly a year. Physical therapy, cortisone shots, and eventually surgery. She's back on her feet now, but she no longer runs. Her new routine? Brisk walking on soft trails, and she wishes she'd made the switch sooner. The lesson here? Don't wait until your knees give out. Pay attention to the signs. Protect your joints by avoiding hard surfaces, switching to gentler activities like walking on grass, cycling, or swimming. Because what you do today could determine whether you're able to walk pain-free tomorrow. And if you think running is tough on your knees, just wait until you hear about the next activity. It's even more deceptive and potentially more damaging. Your younger body could handle this kind of stress with ease. Your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage were strong, flexible, and ready to absorb impact. But as you age, your joints lose much of that natural elasticity. The cushioning in your knees begins to thin, your ligaments weaken, and worst of all, your body's ability to recover from impact slows down dramatically. Each time you jump, land, or move too abruptly, you're putting powerful force onto joints that have already endured decades of wear and tear. At first, it may not seem like a big deal. Maybe you notice a slight ache after exercising. Maybe a sharp twinge of pain after landing a little too hard. But don't ignore it or brush it off as just a part of getting older. That pain is your body's way of waving a red flag. Every landing from a jump delivers a blow to your knees. Over time, this leads to micro tears in your cartilage, tiny injuries that accumulate. These small tears don't heal like they used to. Instead, they stack up, gradually breaking down the protective cushion that keeps your bones from grinding against each other. And the result? Chronic inflammation, lingering stiffness, ongoing pain that doesn't go away no matter how much you rest. Then, one day, it all changes. Take Frank, a 71-year-old retired firefighter. He loved staying active with jump rope drills, until a landing left him with a torn ACL. Now, even walking his dog is a challenge. He says he wishes he'd known earlier that not all movement is safe. A slight misstep, a moment of imbalance, and suddenly, a sharp, intense pain shoots through your knee. You're unable to stand without assistance, and you know something is seriously wrong. This is how serious injuries begin. Tears in the meniscus, a ruptured ACL, or even a complete knee collapse. And for seniors, the consequences can be devastating. Recovery isn't quick. It involves months of physical therapy, sometimes surgery, and in many cases, the knee never returns to full strength. For older adults, this isn't just about skipping a workout. It's about losing the freedom to move through life without pain. Everyday tasks, walking to the kitchen, climbing stairs, even rising from a chair, become exhausting challenges. But the danger doesn't stop there. 4. Leg press with heavy weights. A hidden danger. Have you ever felt safe on a leg press machine just because your back is supported? Think again. Let's talk about why this safe exercise might be sabotaging your knees. At first glance, the leg press machine seems safe. You're seated, your back is supported, the movement feels controlled. But for seniors, it's one of the most misleading and risky exercises out there. Why? Because the machine creates a false sense of security. It makes you feel stable and protected while secretly placing immense pressure on your knees. When you load heavy weights and push upward, your knees are forced into an unnatural position. And that resistance? Your knees absorb every ounce of it. This repetitive force slowly grinds away the cartilage that protects your joints. It compresses the tissue, squeezing out the fluid that keeps your knees moving smoothly. Without that cushion, bone grinds against bone, causing inflammation, swelling, and pain that doesn't go away. What starts as minor stiffness or a lingering ache can quickly turn into something much more serious. Meniscus tears, ligament damage, and irreversible joint deterioration are all possible outcomes. So if you've been using the leg press machine as part of your routine, it might be time to reconsider. Your knees have carried you this far. Now it's your turn to protect them. Many seniors brush off the discomfort after leg presses, assuming it's just typical muscle soreness. But the truth is far more serious. Each repetition may be causing real harm, silently wearing down your knee joints and accelerating the onset of arthritis and joint deterioration. This isn't a warning to take lightly. It's a call to action. Have you ever felt a strange ache in your knees after using a leg machine? Did you think it was just part of aging? Then comes the moment that changes everything. Maybe you feel a sudden, sharp pain in the middle of your workout, a tearing sensation deep inside your knee. You try to lower the weights, but your leg refuses to move. That's when you know you've suffered a serious injury. Whether it's a meniscus tear, a ruptured ligament, or a fractured kneecap, the damage is done. Recovery won't be easy. It can take months of physical therapy, and the process might not go the way you expect. Even with the best care, your knee may never fully regain its original strength or stability. And what's the worst part? These types of injuries can strip away your independence. Suddenly, everyday tasks become difficult. Climbing stairs feels impossible. Getting in and out of the car is a slow, careful process. Even walking short distances can turn into a painful ordeal. Movements that once felt effortless are now painful reminders of an avoidable mistake. But it doesn't stop there. Beware. There's another exercise that many seniors still believe is helping them stay strong, but in reality, it's wearing their knees down with every repetition. If you thought heavy leg presses were risky, brace yourself. The next movement on our list is even more common and just as dangerous. 5. Lunges. A risky move for your knees. Lunges are often praised for building strength and improving balance, but for seniors, they can pose serious risks, especially to aging knees. At first glance, lunges seem simple. Step forward, lower your body, push back up. But this deep bending motion places a significant load on the knee joint, which becomes problematic as cartilage thins with age. You might notice a tight sensation or a dull ache after your workout. These may seem like minor signals, but they are warning signs. Each lunge puts unnatural pressure on your knees. The front knee absorbs the brunt of the impact, while the rear knee bends at an awkward angle, stretching vulnerable ligaments and stressing already delicate cartilage. Repeat this enough times, and chronic inflammation and cartilage wear begin to set in. Eventually, the tissue between your bones breaks down. Once that happens, every step can feel like bone grinding against bone, a constant reminder of unseen damage. Then one day, it happens. You take a lunge too deep, Something inside your knee shifts. You feel a sharp, piercing pain, and suddenly you can't straighten your leg. That's how ligament tears, meniscus damage, or even kneecap dislocations occur. The road to recovery is long. Physical therapy helps, but the knee may never fully heal. What used to be simple, like standing or walking across a room, now feels overwhelming. Imagine not being able to kneel down to tie your shoes or play with your grandchild. That's the reality for many seniors who didn't realize the risks of lunges until it was too late. And here's the most alarming truth. Many seniors don't even realize their knee pain started with lunges. The damage builds slowly and silently. By the time the pain is undeniable, the joint may already be compromised. Some push through, believing they just need to toughen up. But pain isn't strength. It's your body's cry for help. Protect your knees, respect their limits, and be smart about how you move. Because once the damage is done, there's no turning back. Don't let fear stop you. Keep moving, because motion is part of the solution. When you stop, the outcome becomes all too clear: reduced mobility, lost independence, and a lower quality of life. And that's not a future anyone wants. Pay attention. You may think it's just lunges that are causing problems, but everyday movements, habits you might not even notice, can be slowly damaging your knees. Many seniors unknowingly do things that worsen joint pain and accelerate knee deterioration. That's why what you're about to hear could be the most important step toward protecting your knees before it's too late. Barbara, 68, used to carry laundry up and down stairs every day. It seemed harmless until a slip led to a torn meniscus. Now she uses a laundry cart and takes one stair at a time, safely. 6. Climbing stairs with heavy loads, the hidden threat to aging knees. Stair climbing is a natural, functional movement, and for many people it's part of everyday life. But as we age, what once felt effortless can become a real threat, especially when you're carrying extra weight. For seniors, going up and down stairs while holding bags, boxes, or even a child can lead to joint damage that creeps in silently over time. Here's why. Every step you take up a staircase places more than twice your body weight on your knee joint. Add heavy grocery bags or a laundry basket, and the stress skyrockets. Your knees are already handling the challenges of aging. Thinner cartilage, stiffer ligaments, slower recovery. This added pressure increases the risk of inflammation, stiffness, and even permanent joint damage. At first, you might brush it off. A little soreness after carrying the groceries. A tight feeling in your knees after coming down the stairs. But these small discomforts are not to be ignored. They are your body's early warning signs. That discomfort is telling you something. Your knees are being pushed too far. Don't wait until it's too late. Repeated strain from stair climbing wears down the cartilage, the protective cushion between your bones. Ligaments and tendons begin to overstretch. Micro tears start to form, and eventually, the joint loses its resilience. Then the pain becomes constant. Every step is a reminder that your knees can no longer bounce back the way they used to. And one day, something gives. It might be a misstep, or just one stair too many. Suddenly there's a jolt of pain. You reach for the railing, trying to keep your knee from buckling underneath you. This is how meniscus tears, ligament strains, and patellar injuries happen. Movements you once did without thinking now require caution and focus. And here's something many don't realize. Going down the stairs is even more damaging than going up. That downward motion places even more strain on your joints. It increases the risk of instability and failure with each step. It's no wonder many seniors begin to avoid stairs altogether, afraid of that next sharp pain. But this isn't just about physical pain. Losing the ability to climb stairs without fear is emotional too. It chips away at your confidence and your independence. When something as simple as using the stairs feels unsafe, life starts to shrink around you. Some seniors think, if I just keep going, my knees will get stronger. But pushing through the pain doesn't heal your joints. It hurts them more. And by ignoring these warning signs, you could be setting yourself up for long-term damage, frequent doctor visits, and the very thing you were trying to avoid all along. Knee replacement surgery. The signs are there. You just have to listen to them. You don't have to give up your mobility. You just need to make smarter choices. So, what can you do instead? There are safer, more effective ways to stay strong and active without sacrificing your knee health. It's not about giving up. It's about training smarter, not harder. The goal is to build strength and maintain fitness while protecting your joints for the years ahead. Low impact doesn't mean low results. Exercises like swimming, cycling, and using an elliptical can build heart health and endurance without pounding your knees. Strength training? Absolutely. But use lighter weights and higher reps to avoid overloading your joints. Even choosing soft walking surfaces, like grass or tracks, over hard pavement can make a big difference. And don't forget flexibility and balance. Tight muscles can tug on your knees, increasing strain. Stretching, yoga, and Tai Chi are excellent ways to stay mobile and strong. Balance exercises can help prevent falls, one of the biggest risks to joint health in older adults. And above all, listen to your body. These habits might seem small, but they can make a world of difference. A few minutes a day can help you stay mobile, stable, and confident. Pain isn't just discomfort, it's a message. Don't ignore it. Make adjustments. Ask your doctor or physical therapist for guidance. There's no medal for pushing through pain, only the risk of lasting injury. Your knees have carried you this far. Now it's your turn to protect them. So, what will you choose today? Strain or strength? Risk or resilience? Take the steps now to ensure you're still walking tall, climbing strong, and living freely in the years ahead. Make flexibility and balance a priority starting today. Tight muscles can place unnecessary strain on your knee joints, increasing pressure and limiting your ability to move freely. That's why it's essential to stretch regularly, try yoga, or take part in Tai Chi. These simple activities help keep your knee muscles both flexible and strong. Taking these steps now can ease tension and prevent future stiffness. Balance matters too. Exercises like standing on one leg or using a stability ball can greatly improve joint stability and lower your chances of falling. Accidents that could lead to serious, lasting knee damage. Don't ignore your body. It's your best guide to knowing when something's not right. Pain is not a sign of success. If you feel sharp pain, notice swelling, or experience soreness that lingers after a workout, that's your body telling you to stop and reassess. These are not minor issues, they're red flags. Ignoring them can lead to damage that may never fully heal. Staying active is essential, but so is protecting your joints. Avoid harmful exercises that may cost you your mobility down the road. Instead, aim to stand up with ease, walk without pain, climb stairs confidently, and enjoy all of life's meaningful moments. Your knees are your foundation. Treat them with care today so they can keep you moving tomorrow. Choose wisely now to avoid future regret. What's one small change you'll make to protect your knees starting today? Inspired by this message? Drop a comment with a 1, not your thing? Comment with a 0. Your feedback helps us grow. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos that support your journey. Thanks for watching, and remember, It's your life. Live it well. And before you go, what's one exercise you'll rethink after watching this? Let us know in the comments. Your story might help someone avoid a painful mistake.